So if you've ever tried to connect, I don't know, a 4K webcam or a big storage drive more than a few meters from your computer, you know the pain. You hit a wall.
Oh, absolutely. It's a hard limit. Standard USB cables,
Yeah.
they just weren't designed for distance. The signal
Yeah,
basically just vanishes.
exactly. It evaporates. But today, we're going to dig into a piece of pro AV tech that, well, it completely shatters that limit. We're looking at the Blustream UEX3C-KIT.
And this deep dive is really for you, the person who needs to understand how we can solve these modern connectivity problems. We're going to look at the triangle of distance, speed, and power.
Okay, so let's just start with the headline, the core fact. What does this kit actually do?
The big takeaway right in front is this. It extends a full USB 3.2 Gen 1 signal. We're talking 5 gigabits per second up to 100 meters.
100 meters.
100 meters. All over a single standard King 6A cable.
That's the length of a football field. So how are they reliably pushing that much data that far?
Well, the really fascinating part is how they built the bridge. They didn't reinvent anything. They just repurposed an existing highway. It uses HDBaseT technology.
HDBaseT, so that's the same standard used for sending like 4K video over long distances?
The very same. The insight was that HDBaseT is this incredibly robust container. So they just wrap the USB protocol inside of it, and that gives it the stability to travel that massive distance.
Okay, so they've solved the distance problem, but the next immediate question is always about speed. Does wrapping it in HDBaseT add latency or, slow it down?
No compromise at all. It maintains the full 5 Gbps, and crucially, it's also backward compatible. So if you plug in an old USB 2.0 keyboard or something, it just works.
And the setup itself is, what, 2 boxes?
Yep. You have the UEX3CH for the host TC and the UEX3CD for your remote devices. And it's all plug and play. No drivers, no complicated setup.
All right, that brings us to what is, I think, the most critical part of these long-distance setups, power.
Always. Power is always the biggest headache for installers.
Right, so let's talk about the power strategy here. First, how do the extender boxes themselves get power?
Okay, so first layer is something called POSI, or power over cable. And this is key because it means you don't need a power outlet at both ends of the run.
Ah, I see.
And this system supports bidirectional POSI. You can plug the power adapter in at the host end or at the device end. A little dip switch lets you choose. That flexibility is it's a huge deal in the field.
That's great for the extenders, but what about the actual things I'm plugging in? My webcam, my hard drive, they need power too.
And that's the second layer. The kit provides up to 2.5 amps of combined power to whatever USB devices you connect.
2.5 amps total. Now, I see there's a limit though, right? 1.7 amps for a single port.
Yeah, that's right. And that's really a safety and stability feature.
So why that specific number, 1.7 amps?
It's to make sure that one really high-draw device like a power-hungry drive can't destabilize the whole link or starve another device of power. It keeps everything running smoothly.
Makes sense. Okay, and for connectivity, the remote unit has, what, one of each?
Exactly. On the UEX3CED device unit, you get one USB-A port and one USB-C port, so 2 devices at once.
And there's one more power feature here for the host computer itself.
Yes, and this is really thoughtful design. There's a separate USB-C host charging port. So if your host is, say, a laptop, you can connect an external power supply to the Blustream kit, and it will actually charge your laptop while also managing this 100-meter data link.
So it's a complete end-to-end solution.
It really is.
So to wrap it up for you, what we're looking at here is a triple win. You get extreme distance 100 meters, you get high-speed 5 Gbps, and you get this incredibly smart and flexible power management for both the extender and your devices.
And that just leaves one final thought. If you can send high-speed, high-power USB data 100 meters down a simple, cheap CAD cable, what does that make possible? Think about remote meeting rooms, huge auditoriums, industrial controls, all these places where device placement was a nightmare. It really suggests you can completely rethink where you put things.